Hey, so it's Shameca again, and here's what I'm doing. I'm doing another video, and I have a little sticky note here to remind me what it is I'm supposed to say, because I don't want to miss any points. But I want to really share with you, when someone decides to work with me, what do they get out of it? If they spend their hard-earned cash and they invest in one of my programs, what's the benefit to them? And so I have 10 points that I'm going to take you through to kind of share what I do when I work with my clients and the results that you can expect. So I want to start with number one, and I think this is like the biggest one, because when I survey people, or when I do, well, I guess we can just call it a survey. When I talk to people who have worked with me in the past, the number one thing that they say to me is confidence. Like, you gave me the confidence to go after it, to stand for what I believe in, to go after the type of clients that I truly desired to work with, and not just take anything that was coming my way, to raise my prices. So all sorts of things, but there's a level of confidence that comes from the work that we do together that I really believe is unmatched, and that will be unmatched in your life when you make that decision to make the connection. The second one is, I would say, your power messaging. So here's the deal. You can say, here's what I do. You know, I'm a coach, I'm a consultant, I'm an author, I'm a speaker, I'm an image consultant, whatever it is that you do. I'm a weight loss coach, or whatever it is that you do. You can say, this is what I do. But I believe that we all have a way of communicating that makes us very powerful. And when you connect that way of communicating, which is by design, you were designed to communicate effectively in this way. I call it your zone of power. I show you how to connect that with a message that actually calls in your divine clients. And what do I mean by that? It speaks to them so deeply that they get, and they know in their bones, that you are the one that they are meant to work with, and there's no question about it. That's what power messaging is about, where they know deeply that you're it. You're the answer to the prayer that they've been praying every night. And so we take that very, very succinctly in talking about what you do, your sales messaging, but also in talking about not only how you help people, but when you do webinars or when you do speaking engagements, your power messaging is all about connecting to those people, like I said, where they know deep in their bones that you're the one that is meant to serve them. The next one, power positioning. Positioning is all about you being the authority, being the go-to person in your industry for the people you're meant to serve. And so there's a lot of ways that you can do that, but you want to be positioned as an expert, as opposed to just another person who does something. And so I work very closely with you in order to really position you as someone that people, when you speak, people's ears perk up and they listen to you, and they're just waiting to know, what's my next best step? So that's positioning. The second thing is power packaging. So power packaging is, how do I take my skills, my experiences, how do I take everything that I am and put it into a package nicely tied with a bow that people really want to invest in, where they're ready to say, you know, here's a check. I know you can help me. So how do we package that on different levels where you can help people, but not also driving yourself into the ground and grinding? I hear people talk about the hustle and the grind all the time. You can make money in your business. You can make 5 figures a month. You can have a six-figure, multiple six-figure business without the grind. Yes, you're going to have to do some work. I'm not saying that, but you can without the grind. And power packaging is how I help my clients to get there. Let's see, clarity. So, you know, you have a great idea, you have a business that's going, but sometimes you don't have the clarity, like, who are my clients? Who are the clients I'm meant to serve? What am I going to sell them, and how I'm going to sell them? Where am I going to find them at? So I help you to get the clarity and put some systems in place where your business is just running like a well-oiled machine. You know that if you do X, then Y is going to happen. And when you have that clarity, usually the clarity is where the confidence actually starts to come from, because you know exactly what you're doing. Another result that my clients get is they get clients. A lot of you guys know you kind of have an idea, like what's my niche, who do you want to work with, but I help them get a little bit more clear on that, but also where do those clients hang out. My clients are interested in working with top dollar clients. They want more high-end clients. That means they're wanting to sell services, programs, and packages that are $5,000 or more. So where do I find people who are willing to invest that amount of money, who fit my target ideal client, my ideal client avatar, and my niche? And so finding those clients and bringing them in is one of the things that we do when we work together. Let's see, what else? Sales strategy. So I talked about finding clients. When I talk about sales strategy, I'm talking about you truly standing in the truth of knowing that you could help someone. So I'm not talking about scripting, objection, rebuttal, questions. Yes, you learn those skill sets too, and I teach you that, but I teach you how to have a powerful conversation that leads someone to a decision to take action so that they can accomplish their bigger vision of themselves, their dream for their business, whatever it is that you do with people. It's about powerful conversations where you create clients. And I teach you this skill set, and it changes the game. I'll tell you that for sure. What is the other thing? Mindset. So a lot of people come to me with some thoughts about sales, and sometimes they think it's sleazy, or they think they can't charge people a certain dollar amount. And so there's a lot of our experiences we bring to the table. We have over 60,000 thoughts that go through our mind every day, and most of them are happening without us even thinking about it. The majority of those thoughts, over 40,000 of those thoughts, are programmed to the negative. So the first thing that we do when you jump into relationship with me and connection with me is we start to shift that. I call that your power shift. We start to really, really dig in and change the way that you're thinking so that you're thinking on purpose, but you're thinking positively and you're focused. We get rid of the stinking thinking, because that's, I would say, 80% of being an entrepreneur and being successful at it is not in the tactics and the skills. It's about who you're being inside of the action. And so who you be is the hugest part of the equation. And that's where we want you to get powerful and shift. So mindset is a huge component for me. Let's see, I don't know what number I'm on, so let's see what I have here. The other one I would say is cash, for sure. Definitely cash. Like I said, the majority of people who come to work with me, we're dealing with high-end. I'm helping them package their services in a way that will allow people to want to invest $5,000, $10,000, $25,000 to work with them over the course of a few months or a year. And so, of course, there's going to be cash involved. So the first thing that we're looking at is how do we get you to, consistent 5-figure months, consistent $10,000 a month, consistent $10,000 a month. And if you're already there, now we're looking at taking you to the next level. And it's not as hard as you think. When you do all the other things that I've talked about so far, you really, really, really get there. I think I've covered everything so far. So I'm going to go on to the last one. And the last one is what I call the AAA factor. And that is accountability, action. What did I have here? Oh, atmosphere. I wanted to give it an A. So that's saying community, but accountability, action, and atmosphere. So I'm known as an action taker. Go get it is one of my themes. Again, it's about who you're being in the action, but a lot of times we're spending so much time planning. I hold you accountable to the things that you say you desire in your heart, to the goals that you say that you have, to the amount of income that you want to create in your business. And yeah, I'm driving you, I'm pushing you, I'm challenging you, I'm championing you, but I'm also loving on you, because the only you that I know is the 2020 version of you. I don't want you standing in your past. I want you moving towards your future. So I do hold you accountable. And that's one of the things that my clients love is I will call you on the carpet and I don't listen to the BS, which is belief systems or the stories, the beliefs and the stories that you have. I don't buy into that because I know who you are. I see you in the future and you look much, much better. So accountability is a huge factor for me. Another part of the triple factor is action. So getting you into action, getting you moving. Every class that I teach, you're always moving, communicating, taking some action. I never just spit information at people. I give you action steps where you can see the results right away. And then the last one is atmosphere. You know, one bad apple spoils the bunch. There's all kinds of statements that you've heard. You're the sum of the 5 people that you hang around with the most. So we have created the Power Players community so that we can create an atmosphere where we rise to the occasion. It's about creating not the next level of your business, but your highest level in your business. It's about you being a leader. So what if you were surrounded by people who believed in you so that when you didn't believe in yourself, you can borrow some of their belief? People who were taking courageous action. So when you saw their courageous action, you had enough courage for yourself to take your next best step. That's what this community is all about. So that's the triple A factor. It's action, it's accountability, and it's an atmosphere that changes the game. So those are the 10 benefits that people get from working with me. And I would be so excited to have you as part of this journey with me and for me to be part of your journey. Again, I'm Shameca Tankerson, and I'll talk to you soon.